All right, what is going on, everybody? Quancredible here to bring you the review for Black Clover episode 152. And this episode was kind of just a recap, so I mean, nothing super crazy, but it did have some nice moments that I will go into. Um, so for the beginning of the episode, it was just lots of like reused scenes and reused animations from earlier episodes in the filler with Asta and Noelle training. The same for like Magna and Luck training. I want to say we've seen that clip before as well, and we even seen some of not Zora, Vanessa and Gauch training together. So that, I mean, that is kind of cool because they are really trying to reinforce the idea that everyone is training for the up and coming Spade arc. And now with that, we get the whole premise of this episode is like in the middle of Asta and Noelle training. Yami, Finro, and Gordon are going to take them to the next Magic Knights exam, which I really like the idea. I just wish that they wouldn't have used this on a like kind of on a filler recap episode. I wish they would have did something else with this. Which I literally just realized I had my glasses on this entire time. So I'm probably, if I edit that out, you'll never even see this part, but I didn't even realize until I like looked at myself again. Anyway, continuing on to the review, we get to see them arrive at the whole Magic Knights exam. And in the beginning of the episode, I really did think that we were going to get like possibly like a anime introduction to a new character for the Black Bulls. I was really looking forward to that, but we didn't get that. So I mean, sadness there. Hopefully Tabata does do something with that in the future, because that's one of my favorite things for sports anime. I don't know how many of you are into sports anime and all that kind of thing, but a lot of times one of the main appeals of it is when because usually you start with your main character who is like a freshman, and then that next year, usually because they don't win their very first year typically, but that next year you get the like new blood in there, and that part is always really dope to see, like just that very next generation of people that are directly under your main character. So hopefully Tabata does something with that in the future. I would really love to see a new Black Bull member, but they did not get any. And then for the most part we just got recapping on Asta's struggles and him literally clapping a bunch of people. Same thing for Noelle, her growing and through her challenges and stuff along those lines. But it's weird because typically when Black Clover does recap episodes like this, they used to do it through the whole like Golden Dawn perspective, or not Golden Dawn perspective, but they would do it with Klaus and Mimosa like doing reports or a review of some kind, which I kind of miss that. Like I really did enjoy it that way a lot more, in my opinion. But this was really good too. Don't get me wrong. So then we also see that Yuno was at the exam as well, watching and all that, all the other stuff. Asta and have their classic moment of they're both going to be the Wizard King and all of that. Side note, we all knew this, but like it's really enforced in this episode for me that Asta is so short compared to Like he comes up to my man's chest, like he is really like little brother status to at this point. So hopefully time skip Asta will get like some height or something, because he is really short in comparison to But yeah, we get like moving on to like the later half of the episode, and this is where for the people again that say that all this filler is just filler and has no parts of the canon in it, we see that Ravici, or we didn't see this part, but William says that that Ravici returned Yuno's pendant to him so that William could give it back to so that's something that in the manga it was never explained. He just kind of has his whole pendant again, and we just like if you questioned it, then that was that, but if you didn't, you would never know. But yeah, in the anime they literally just it wrapped that up real quick, and I really feel like this was like the prime usage of anime. And for moments of the anime like this, is you can literally just like fill in little moments here and there of why things happen, and that's like perfect use of it right there. Another thing that's kind of odd to me, it doesn't really pertain to the episode all like that, but it's just something I was noticing. It's very interesting that William wears his helmet when he's in public, like his helmet thing, but he doesn't wear it at the Golden Dawn base or with the other captains. I think that is very, very interesting. Not for sure what that means, but I really just wanted to say it. I don't really have an opinion on it, outside of maybe it's he only takes it off around people he feels comfortable with, or he either that or he doesn't feel comfortable in any instance where the public would see his face, which is just it's just kind of interesting. From there, it's really nothing happens in this episode. Just like I said earlier, it is all recap. So yeah, if you weren't a fan of that, understand. Lots of people hate recap episodes. I get it. No big deal there. Me personally, I don't know what it is about Black Clover, but I really enjoy the character interactions. Like the moment between Noelle and Nozel, when like Noelle just like is really thankful for her just being part of the Black Bulls, and her almost being like overly accepting of how Nozel was. Like, oh, this was just his whole kindness. When in all actuality, it was like he was trying to be kind, but at the same time, he went about it in a really dumb way. And then even Nozel like smirking off, like, yes, Noelle will possibly be even as strong as like Mother. Like it was just a nice little moment that I enjoyed. And then for the whole like ending part, it was just them celebrating that Asta and or not Asta, them celebrating that Asta and Noelle had been part of the Black Bulls for a year's time, which is a cool little party and all that. And then I'm assuming that the Golden Dawn were doing the same thing for However, I'm pretty sure the Golden Dawn would have got more members at some, because like they always get tons of members. Seems like the Golden Dawns have a really, really big squad. So I'm assuming that all the other squads were able to get some members outside of Yami, just because Yami is really, really, really selective with who he allows to join. Well, it's weird. He's like selective, but then very like not selective at the exact same time. Yes, but for the ending of this episode, we get the whole thing where like the music is like starting to play, and we're still getting panels of like the Black Bulls party, as well as like the Golden Dawn's party and all that, which really gives it that feel of like the ending of an arc feel. So like to me, it feels like this is like the ending of the like wrapping up the Eye of Midnight Sun filler, or the Elven arc filler. Like I feel like this was to signify the very end of that, and then next week we're going to start moving on into more of like like the whole Heart Kingdom and the main preparations for going over to the Heart Kingdom and training, and we're going to get that like in between beginning filler arc, if you guys know what I mean, like that beginning of the post time skip filler possibly is what it seems like to me. I could be wrong. We could be going somewhere else. I mean, the episode title is The Chosen Ones, so if I had to guess, I haven't seen the episode summary, but I have seen like the title and the preview. But from what I would assume, this is just going to be the people that go to the Heart Kingdom. If I had to guess, like I said, I could totally be wrong, but that's just what I think. So yeah, and I know a couple episodes from now we're supposed to be getting a episode title called The Five Spirit Guardians. So I mean, we're definitely going to the Heart Kingdom very, very soon, and hopefully we get to see more of them in the anime, which would be hyped to see. Let me know how you guys are feeling about the potential and future of the Black Clover anime. Like, are you guys excited for this little post, or not? Like it's kind of like this post time skip filler, if you know what I mean. Like just kind of the idea, because I haven't really seen this done a lot. Like again, we do see when arcs end, we get that filler at the end, but I feel like we rarely get filler before a big arc, if that makes sense. So yeah, so let me know how you guys feel about that. All in all, this episode was kind of like, it was like a 5. Like it wasn't bad, it was just really plain average little filler episode, nothing super crazy. If you hate it, like I said earlier, I totally understand. Aside from that, I don't really have anything else for you guys. Just wanted to do a quick synopsis of the episode, and yeah, overall I enjoyed it. So like the video, as well as sub to the channel if you enjoy the content. I would love to keep bringing you guys more. All the support really makes me feel good, and I definitely need you guys' help to keep the channel going and stuff like that. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will catch you guys next time.